I'm hoping by next week, if everything goes well today, our internal test, is the sound okay? Are we doing all right on our video, et cetera? It's going to be real simple. We'll go to our website, and on the website will be a button. You press that button, and it takes you right to our YouTube feed. Then that will be archived. So we're trying to help. When I first came into office, that was some of the things I heard on phone calls, was we'd like to come to the meetings, but we can't. Can you do something? And cities are doing this. So we're just kind of behind catching up to do it. So anyway, today is a live test. If you have something to say, either come up to the mic or speak loud. Obviously, I want you to tell me who you are, and if you're an employee, what department you're with, and or if you're not an employee, your name and what community you're from. That way we can get all that recorded as we move along. We appreciate that. All right, Tanya. Let's get started with our work session this morning with a report from Martin Covey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Just a quick update on the jail addition project across the street. Right now we're keeping about 35 to 40 workers on site every day. Most of them are masons. At this time we've got a lot of CMU walls going up. We've got masons working all over the site, plumbers, electricians, heating and cooling people. General contractor workers are all full-blown into the construction. Footings hasn't changed much since last update. We're still holding off on the last 18 foot at the kitchen. This includes the foundations at that same footing. This is so we can have complete access to the site, since we've got a lot of restraints as far as the site goes, as far as getting equipment around the site and that kind of thing. We don't want to be out on the roads too much, so we're holding off on this last 18 foot at the kitchen to allow equipment to access the rest of the project. Our floor slabs, we made a pour late last week, which brought us up to about 80% of the floor slabs are installed. We still like the kitchen, and that's the last floor slab that we'll have. We've scheduled to place it next Friday on October the 17th, and this will complete the first floor slabs on grade. Plumbing and electrical, we're still doing slab rough in at the kitchen. Electricians are also working closely with the masons for conduit rough in the walls and that kind of thing. CMU walls, we're about 70% complete with the Part A. We're up to about 10% of walls in Part B. We're forming the concrete beams at the top of the CMU walls for Dorm 1 and Dorm 2. That's in Area A. So we're topping out these walls, putting in the concrete beams, getting ready for the steel structure for the roof. We've started the undercut at the soil for the new Sallyport building. We ran into a small area that's going to have to be undercut a little more than we thought, so they're taking care of that now. And as soon as they get that done, then we'll start footings on that. Next couple of weeks, we'll be doing the slab on grade for the kitchen. Complete the door frame installation in Area B on the first floor. Because of the way the frames have to be put in these CMU walls, we have to install the door frames first before any walls go up. So that's why it's kind of weird talking about door frames at this time, but that's the reason. We got the waterproofing and backfill of the electrical and water heater room. That's to happen the next couple of weeks. We're going to start the Sallyport undercut like I talked about, and then try to get the footings in. And masonry will continue in Part A, and we'll start back in Part B soon. We'll be pouring the concrete beams at the top of the walls, like I talked about earlier, for the roof structure. And that's basically where we're at with the construction at this time.
Good question. Thank you.
Kelly, the stuff that we're buying and putting in storage,
Yes,
I guess off-site somewhere?
some of it is, yes.
Yes. Is all that stuff being covered under the insurance?
Yes, sir.
Somebody's insurance?
And they have to turn all that in with the pay request, showing if they have stored materials, we have to have photographs.
Anything else, Kevin? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So open the public hearing for Boaz Food Mart located on Peppers Road in Boaz for number 50 retail beer off-premise license and number 70 retail wine off-premise only. Any comments? Close the public hearing. Open the public hearing on Albertville Grocery and Package LLC located at 2185 Oneonta Cutoff Road for number 50 retail beer off premises only, number 70 retail wine off premises only. Do we have any comments? Close that public hearing. At 2185 Oneonta Cutoff Road for number 11 lounge retail liquor package. Any comments? Having no comments, we'll close that public hearing. Number 5, discuss approval of the relocation of the district attorney's office to the first floor of the Marshall County Courthouse. Ms. Bray, district attorney. And Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, Jennifer Bray, District Attorney. Michael Dotson, Revenue Commissioner. So we asked to be on the agenda today for you all to consider to approve the relocation of the District Attorney's office to the first floor of the courthouse, which is currently being occupied by the Revenue Commissioner's office. As y'all are aware, the county purchased a building in Albertville, or leased a building, whatever the correct term is, for the Revenue Commissioner's office. And so Michael and I have been in discussions about how we could do this in a way in which would provide some much-needed space to the district attorney's office while also giving his office what it needs. As you all are probably aware, and maybe not everyone is, but we have very limited space in the courthouse as it currently exists. I think we have about 3,500 square feet up on the second floor, which is about, I want to say, about 6 private offices is all we have. We have a staff of 26 people in the district attorney's office and actually need more people to adequately do our job. And so we currently have 3 offices. We lease an office in Albertville. We have the annex, which is a county building. And then we're on the second floor of the courthouse. Our victim service officer is actually down the hallway, and then our forensics investigators in the basement. So we're kind of spread out all over the place, which really makes my job as district attorney difficult. And so it's always been my goal for us all to be in one space where we can really have this cohesive office and this team effort, which I think will make us a better office to prosecute criminals and to assist victims in the criminal justice system. So that's always been my main goal. And so through discussions with Michael, we've kind of come up with this agreement, or whatever you want to call it, something that we think would work if we could get the approval from the county commission. And that would be to approve the relocation again for my office to go to the first floor, which is currently occupied by the Revenue Commissioner. That he will vacate the mapping and appraisal side of his office on or before January 1st, 2026, and the tax collection side of his office on or before July 1st, 2026. The only reason for the deadline, and we kind of put some cushion in there for that when I was talking with Michael, is because we want to be able to go ahead and contact contractors and public works bids and things like that for the renovation of the first floor. And then confirm that the building on Martland Road in Albertville will be solely occupied by the Revenue Commissioner's office, and his entire staff will relocate there, so he won't leave anyone on the first floor. And that to permit the district attorney's office and the county attorney to engage in any necessary contractual discussions related to the renovation of the first floor. The district attorney's office plans to renovate the first floor of the courthouse and pay for the renovation of that. We think that it will provide the county with a very much needed facelift of the entrance of its courthouse, and we're proud to do that for our office and for the county. And then lastly, to recognize that this relocation plan serves the best interests of the county by allowing both the revenue commissioner and the district attorney to serve more effectively in their respective roles, and promoting fiscal responsibility. Again, as the first floor of the courthouse will receive a much-needed renovation funded by the district attorney's office or the state of Alabama, and the Martland Road building is already under contract. So we appreciate your consideration on those things.
I want to add that this has been an ongoing concern for the DA's office for quite some time. They've been working under some less than favorable conditions over at the annex. She was gracious enough not to bring that up, but I've seen it in it, the leaks and that sort of thing. It seems like a massive win-win for the county that Ms. Bray is willing to remodel that space for the county, and it is much needed. And the only thing, just to reiterate, is that there's two functions that my office does have to perform in this building, and currently, unless we can get some legislation to say otherwise. And one is the lien or the land sale that we have every year. We just did that up here. That's never an issue. The other is the Board of Equalization that meets for usually a few weeks, no more than about a month, and we have to have an office space for that. But we will coordinate that with the chairman to just secure us a place, or perhaps if the DA has some space that we can use during that period of time. So that's really the only real concerns we have. The other thing is that we're having a fast track now in our office. We thought we were going to have one side of it for a little bit longer, which would allow us to handle some records. We're going to fast track, trying to get that out, try to get some additional of our services online that we were going to kind of put out a little bit longer, try to accommodate the public a little bit better with some service. And then in time, we will need to talk about providing some services somewhere, I always say north of the river, really up either towards Scant City or toward Claysville, somewhere like that for the other part of the population. More than half the population live on Sand Mountain South, but we will need to provide something in the near future for that. But in the short term, this is an absolute win-win-win, I think, for the county and for the commission, for the DA's office, across the board, and we really appreciate it. We appreciate the opportunity.
Do you know about the footprint for what you would need north of the river to provide those services?
That's something we need to start looking into and just kind of see what the county's overall objective is. I feel like that with this, and I think with the chairman, just in talking to Mr. Young about just seeing, he seems to be recognizing it's time for some reevaluation of the county and our effort broadly, collectively, and I think that probably needs to be something needs to be dovetailed in with the greater conversation.
Okay.
Any other questions, guys?
Are you gonna be at, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Question, back on the discussion of acquiring the Youngsville facility, I thought you were going to leave at least a satellite location here.
Well, we will be this year, and that was the initial objective. The reality is that people would be better served if we had a satellite that was outside of Guntersville, just either north of here somewhere. But that was the initial objective. But we now have an opportunity for the DA to be more proactive with, and to be more efficient for her contractors to go ahead and get on with this remodeling. So that's why we're going to try to push more of our services online. We already do a good bit online, but there's some applications for things that we still require people to come in, but we can put it online. And so we're moving forward with that. Well, that'll still be here. That's the probate side. Which is fairly typical, but currently to that point, there's 4 locations by tags as it is, and so the bulk of it, and certainly they have their hands full at their satellite offices with the enormous load that they have, and those people would actually be more convenient to the lion's share of those to actually be in. Sure.
Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Ms. Mitchell. think so, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am,
Yeah,
that,
And this will also get us out of the annex.
right.
And the drug unit will move out of the annex as well, which would free up that
Well,
space.
our plan is to take that building down and make that parking.
We desperately need.
Anybody else got a question?
Michael,
Yes.
come back to this meeting.
Yes, sir.
I don't have a problem with the schedule y'all got worked out, as long as it fits you and you'll be out and she can get in.
We believe that we can. We've talked about that it may, depending on how things line up, anything can always happen, but that's what I'm talking about, the fast tracking, as you know, because we have 3 pallets of stuff sitting in your shop now that we need to get relocated.
No, you have 5.
Excuse me, 5 pallets, pardon me, 5 pallets. But
Did
we have,
check the inventory this morning, didn't
we
you?
have 5 pallets in District 2. We have stuff in the basement of the old courthouse. We have stuff in the newer part of the courthouse. So, and then we have 3 Cardexes along with rolling stock Cardex that we need to,
But as long as y'all can work it.
we think we can. We
all right.
just may need a little extra help, but we think we
We
can.
can provide some muscle if we
Yeah,
need to.
we think we can manage.
Okay.
Anybody else? Thank y'all. I know y'all worked hard doing this.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank
We look
y'all for
forward to a
considering.
good future with it. Discuss approval of the board appointment for Marshall County Alcohol Review Committee to fill vacant position for the chairman's appointment through January 31st, 2027. We had one apply, and that was at my encouragement because nobody else applied. I talked to the alcohol board folks. This has kind of got down now to it's a cut and dried process. People have figured it out, and it's pretty easy, actually, to get it done. Blake is doing our inspections, I guess along with Corey at times. And so we have asked Blake if it's okay with the commission to go ahead and fill that seat since he's familiar with it. And if it's okay with everybody to do that, since we have nobody that really wants to. And Larry and I have talked about it, and we'll see, everybody seems to be fine with it. All right. Discuss approval of commission appointment to the Community Corrections Board. Ronnie, you have a statement?
Yeah, I would, I've been on it several years now, and we just toured the facility yesterday and showed it off. It's kind of a showcase for the state of what we're doing right now. A lot of people are leaning to learn from what we've done, and I'm proud to be a member of that board. And if possible, I'd like to stay on that board.
Any other comments? Probate, discuss approval of statement of work agreement with Ingenuity to provide probate software for November 1st, 2025 through October 31st, 2028 out of the probate budget.
All right, thank y'all very much. This is the statement of agreement with Ingenuity, the software vendor that we had went with in 2023 for tags and recording and licenses. And so this year, we asked for it in our budget. We received the money in order to go with the same software vendor for our probate court. So this is just to sign the agreement, for the chairman to sign the agreement.
Any questions or comments? Thank
All
you, ma'am.
Thank you very
Probate
much.
judge. Discuss approval to adopt a credit card policy in accordance with Alabama Code 11-3-60.
This is a policy that is required by the statute that you just cited. And this is also a Marshall County modified policy that was adopted, was provided by ACCA. So this is a well-vetted policy. There's no substantive changes from the ACC guideline, except that it is tailored to be Marshall County specific. So I do recommend that this, and this is, in essence, a policy that we are now following, because when we had the credit cards spread out, but when this became aware, we have started following this policy. Now we need to just adopt the policy that we're following, in essence.
Any questions, comments? coroner. Discuss approval of repairs to the small cooler, $3,110.50.
So we put this on the agenda because we didn't quite understand where it was at, or from the asset side where it was at. So if you got just a second, I'll try to walk down what we figured out the last couple of days between all of us, commission office, then Blake. And so this was purchased in 2009. The reason I'm gonna go over this because it's the value of it. 2009 for around $8,100 through the EMA. EMA was on their asset list. The sheriff's office transferred it, didn't transfer the asset. Y'all help me if I'm wrong on this.
We signed it out to them. We never did transfer that.
So we didn't know. I thought it was on the sheriff's asset list. So now we finally tracked it down. It's still with the EMA. These repairs need to be done to it. I have done a budget amendment, which I sent to Ashley, just to kind of move some stuff around in my budget because I don't budget but $3,000 a year for repair and maintenance, and this is over that. So I did a budget amendment request that we can move stuff around in my budget, take care of it. But due to the fact of this asset being really stretched through 3 different departments, just wanted the commission to be aware of what was going on with it, the reason for the repair, all of that. Now, this is the 2-person cooler that we've had since 2009. It's still used. It's more of an isolation cooler that we use for our office. So it is still in use. Just a compressor went out in it. They came out, looked at it, and it's just really a cooler. All it is a compressor. So that's pretty much all we got now. We got some metal box that doesn't quite work. So we need the compressor fixed on it. But just wanted the commission to kind of approve it and look over it because it's just scattered a little bit.
Any questions or comments? Discuss approval to increase combined payable hours for administrative deputy coroners from 24 hours per week to 40 hours per week. Cody?
So we had an in-office administrative person. I did send a breakdown to you guys as well of what each the responsibilities are of these individuals. So the in-office admin person was 3 days a week. The previous administrative person didn't do that. She was like a day and a half. So we actually extended those duties. You guys did several months ago to allow another admin to kind of pick up that extra time so that we were still able to serve the public. It didn't have a slag in our response times to increase. Well, since we now have a new admin, the other one resigned, we put a new lady in place. She's doing an excellent job, but she is working the 3 days a week. So the additional pay is just so we can continue to pay that additional admin to help process our cremation requests, make sure all of our paperwork's in line with it, make sure all of our phone calls are answered and responded, because our business line operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So she makes sure that nearly 1,000 to 1,200 messages we received so far from our business line is answered and the public receives a response from it. And so that's the additional with this. It's just to allow me to pay it. I'm not asking for additional funds. I just have to have permission. I actually did a research and found out that you guys only approved me to pay up to 24 hours. The money's there to pay more. I just can't pay that without the commission's approval.
Okay, this says coroners. If you got 2 people, you're gonna, more than one, this is gonna be raised.
So it'll be total. So I have the one office admin. She works there in the office. It's kind of more like a records clerk type. She's the one that maintains all the paper records. She'll be 3 days a week, but she's in office. This other position is the one that manages our cremation permits, helps with phone interviews, helps take phone calls, return phone messages to the public, things like that. And that's a 24-hour-a-day job because our business line is 24/7. So she kind of facilitates those calls 7 days a week. And so that's what the additional 16 hours, she won't get 16 hours, but me and Ashley had talked about going ahead and just approving it up to 40, so that way we have a little bit of flexibility. I'm really only estimating maybe like 10 hours a week is what it's going to take to accomplish that, to get all those cremation permits requests returned in a timely manner and also get phone messages and stuff like that returned. So it is 2 admins, but y'all are only approving me to pay 40 hours between the 2 admins. Is that right, Ashley? Is that the way? Okay. Me and her following the wording of this, it took us 2 or 3 hours to try to figure out how to word this.
We worded it several times. to
Yes.
make it sound-
And so that's just to allow me to, up to 40 hours of hourly pay I can pay out between these 2 admins. And I have that in my budget. It's just a matter of being able to do it.
Any other yes, ma'am.
So these are 1099 positions. The county has them structured as 1099. So yeah, unless the county ever just changes that, then we'll have to discuss that at the end. But yeah, but I don't foresee her. And there is one thing I'd like to throw in there too. The lady that we have at the Abertwell office is bilingual. And so if you guys remember, you guys actually approved us to go into contract with Certified Languages, which is an interpretation service. Under that contract, I think it's like $1.40 so a minute that we pay for interpretation services. With this bilingual lady, it'd be a lot more economical if we have a case where we're involving the family that can't speak English, to bring her out for her $15 an hour opposed to paying $1.39 for a minute per interpreter. So if we get in that situation, that also gives me the ability to compensate her rather than going through the certified languages and spending, like I said, $1.40 a minute. So that just gives me more flexibility.
Anybody else? Thank you. This next item on the agenda, I talked about phone calls when I first came in. This was probably the most phone calls I got from different community members about our regulations on subdivisions. And I talked to most of the commissioners, and everybody recognized we need to take a relook at that. So that's back where we're at. Engineering, discuss approval and setting a public hearing on proposed changes to the Marshall County subdivision regulations. Mike?
We were asked a few months ago by the commission to evaluate our subdivision regs concerning mobile home parks, concerning lot sizes. So we have done that with the help of Kevin Stubblefield and Ty Dorsett and Crystal Jones. We, last week or week before last, sent these emails to the commission for them to review. So with the proposed changes, we're asking the commission to set up a public hearing at the next meeting so we can make that presentation. But before that time, with your review, any corrections that you wish for us to make, and we can get those made before the presentation for the commission to approve.
Any questions, guys? Thanks, Mike. I know y'all have worked hard on that. Discuss approval to increase full-time active employees' life insurance from $10,000 to $20,000 through Lincoln Financial. Now, this is for active employees. When you retire, as we all know, that does go away. And it does not affect anything on the prior retirees that have the $5,000 back in the days when that was enforced. Christie? Can you come up, Christie? You're on TV. And who you are?
I am Christy Pierce, the Personnel Administrator. Just like the current 10,000, there's a reduction with age, even as an active employee or as a retiree. You'll see that same reduction. I have the exact numbers in front of me, but the 10,000 goes to 7,500, which would just double that for the 20,000. And then you would go down to 5,000 when you reach age 70, whether you're an active employee or a retiree that had the insurance, and that's anyone who retired prior to January 2008. So just, that still stays the same. That's only the 10,000, 7,500, and 5,000 for retirees, because that did not change. But, just keep in mind that all of that does reduce. We talk about a certain amount, so I want to make sure there is a tiered amount in there that's for that. So I think it's a good thing. If you look around at other counties, they're offering more life insurance. So cost certainly hasn't gone down. So.
Any
Yeah.
questions of Christie? Yes, sir.
It does. It does. It will tear down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It will tear down like the 10,000 does, but that is like for anyone who's under age 65. Under age 65, it will be the full 20,000, then it'll go down.
Does it go down to 15, or does it step down $2,500 like the 10 goes down to 7?
It'll go down to the 15.
15,
Yeah.
so it'll double if you double the amount, to double the tear down as well.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. I'm in that group. Discuss approval of vehicle use policy for county elected officials, including the sheriff, or excluding the sheriff. Clint?
Mr. Chairman, we have been asked if we have a written vehicle use policy, and our policy up until this point has just been unwritten. So I've taken a shot at capturing the policy that has been observed for the length of time that I've been paying attention anyway, since that's about 2011. But the policy as it stands now is that county vehicles are to be used for county purposes, obviously. And there's a recognition that by and large, that is operation within the county, but there are times that county vehicles are necessarily outside of Marshall County, those being when there is a conference or some training opportunity that is offered outside the county, or if there is some part or some component that is outside the county that is needed, and somebody drives the county vehicle to a different county to pick something up. If there's an opportunity to go and inspect a building or something that is being constructed that another county has done well, and the example that comes to mind is when Marsh County employees went to the animal shelter over in Etowah County to look and see what they had done so it would be county-related travel outside of the county. And there is an acknowledgement in here that there is incidental use that is adjacent to county use. So the example there would be if you are in a training that is multiple nights in a different county and you drive the county vehicle over there to attend the training, obviously you're going to be able to drive that vehicle to dinner that night. If it's out of town travel and the elected official is going out of town overnight, then there's no problem with the elected official's spouse traveling with them in the same vehicle. We want to make this the policy as it has been applied is what has been referred to as a common sense policy, and I think we've reached the point where we have to write down the things that used to be common sense. So I'm going to print it in between the meetings and hand it out. If y'all have questions there's absolutely no mandate that we pass it today, but we would like to pass it in October if possible, or approve it. It's already been in effect. And I'm happy to answer any questions from the commission or anyone else that's here.
Questions? Christian?
Only elected officials. The policy that is in place by the personnel board that's in the handbook is the policy that is the written policy for employees. Adopted by who? I'm not aware of that. Yes, please. 2014, I should remember that. I was here.
That will be revised.
Two paragraphs. It certainly, mine is more than two paragraphs, but I will, so was this adopted in the commission meeting? I'll pull the minutes. It's dated on that, so I'll take a look at it, but thank you is this my copy? May I have this copy? I'll make a copy then.
That would apply to who?
This says it's a memo from Chairman Hutchison dated April 14th, 2014, directed to all department heads. And the memo is very short. I'll just read it. It says attached is a copy of the vehicle use policy adopted by the commission on April the 9th, 2014. Please ensure that staff members who drive county vehicles home are aware of this policy. All employees who drive county vehicles home must pay tax on this fringe benefit, and the value of this benefit is calculated at $3 per day as instructed in the IRS regulations. There are certain exceptions, such as public safety vehicles and modified trucks. My office will be reviewing the list of employees who drive vehicles home and what vehicles they drive to determine if an exception applies. Please communicate with the administrator or payroll clerk in my office whenever an employee is assigned to drive the county vehicle home on a regular basis due to job requirements. If you have any questions, please contact County Administrator Shelley Fleischer. Thank you. And then the vehicle use policy says Marshall County Commission provides employees holding certain positions a vehicle to perform business duties. The elected official may require an employee to commute in the county-provided vehicle due to the need for the employee to be available outside normal business hours or to have access to equipment on the vehicle/truck. It is the policy of the Marshall County Commission that county-provided vehicles are not to be used for personal purposes other than for commuting or de minimis personal use, such as a stop or personal errand on the way between work and the location of the work location and the employee's home. Personal use of the vehicle is all use that is not for business-related purposes. Let me read that sentence again. Personal use of a vehicle is all use that is not for business-related purposes. Adopted this the 9th day of April 2014. So this policy, as it is states, is for employees, and it does not pertain to elected official. The only use of elected official is that the elected official is the one making the assignment for the employee to drive that personal or that county vehicle home. So this would not, the policy that I'm proposing would not supplant this and not modify this. It is only for the elected officials that have county-provided vehicles.
Yes.
Sure, yeah. There's nothing changing about the county employees' current use of county vehicle for training purposes or needing it for availability on. As I have drafted this, it has no applicability to anything that the personnel board has in effect. It's your business as usual. And I will make a copy of this. I'll get it out of my stack so that it doesn't get mixed into my stuff.
And in fact, I think we did have that, because it didn't pertain to elected officials, as you're trying to describe. It didn't, so anyway. All right.
When the request came in, I just did not have a policy to provide them. So this is,
right.
Rather than trying to articulate the customary use, we're going to reduce the customary use to a written policy.
If the commissioners have anybody else? All right, let's move on to District Attorney. Discuss approval to apply for 2026 Violence Against Women Act grant, approximately amount $55,000 with 25% match from the DA. Ms. Jennifer.
I do. This is just our normal routine grant. They receive this grant every year, and it's no cost to the county because the district attorney's office pays for the full 25% of the local match required.
Great. All right, anything else? If not, let's come back at 10 o'clock. Tanya?
Christie.
Good morning. Welcome to the commission meeting, October the 8th, 2025. Let's have a roll call. Commissioner Schumake.
Here.
Commissioner Watson.
Here.
Commissioner Sims. Here. Commissioner Baker.
Here.
All right.
Let us pray. Father, we thank you today for the blessings, sending Jesus down on the cross for our sins. God, we just pray that each and every decision that we make, Lord, that it would bring honor and praise to your name. We just pray that your light shine through us to minister to people in this world that need a good, positive way to look to you. We just pray, God, that you'd receive honor and praise in everything that we do. We ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Place your flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's approve the minutes for September the 24th. Any comments? Commissioner Schumake?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
Yes.
Mr. Sims,
Yep.
Commissioner Baker. Claims for September the 23rd, 2025 through October the 6th, 2025, $3,170,919.06.
So moved.
Second. Commissioner Schumake,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker. Approve a resolution for Boaz Food Mart located on Peppers Road in Boaz for number 50 retail beer off premises only and number 70 retail wine off premises only. Have a move?
Make a motion to approve resolution for Boaz Food Mart located on Peppers Road in Boaz for number 50 retail beer off premises only and number 70 retail wine off premises.
Second. Commissioner Schumake,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve resolution for Albertville Grocery and Package LLC located at 2185 Aniana Cutoff Road for number 50 retail beer off-premise license, number 70 retail wine off-premises only.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution for Albertville Grocery and Package LLC located at 2185 Onion Cutoff Road for number 50 retail beer off premises only, number 70 retail wine off premises only.
Second. Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve resolution for Albertville Grocery and Package LLC located at 2185 Aniana Cutoff Road for number 11 Lounge Retail Liquor Packaging.
I make a motion to approve resolution for Albertville Grocery and Package LLC located at 2185 Onion Cutoff Road for number 11 Lounge Retail Liquor Package.
Second. Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yep.
Approve the relocation of the District Attorney's Office to the first floor of the Marshall County Courthouse.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the relocation of the District Attorney's Office to the first floor of the Marshall County Courthouse.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims.
Yep.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve board appointment for Marshall County Alcohol Review Committee to fill vacant position for the chairman's appointment through January the 31st, 2027.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve board appointment for the Marshall County Alcohol Review Committee to fill vacant position for the chairman's appointment through January 2027, and I'd like to appoint Blake Farmer.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approves the commission's appointment to the Community Corrections Board one term.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion, we approve approval of the commission appointment to the Community Corrections Board for a one-year term is Mr. Ronnie Shoemake.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Probate, approved statement of work agreement with the Ingenuity to provide probate court software for November the 1st, 2025 through October the 31st, 2028 out of the probate budget.
I make a motion to approve statement of work agreement with Ingenuity to provide probate court software for November 1st, 2025 through October 31st, 2028 probate budget.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve repairs to the small cooler for the coroner's office, $3,110.50.
You missed.
Approve the adopted credit card policy in accordance with Alabama Code 11360.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Sure.
Get you some spotlight.
Who's on first? Pays more.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve adopt credit card policy in accordance to Alabama Code 11360.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yeah.
Lord. Approve repairs to the small cooler, $3,110.50 for the coroner's office.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve repairs to the small cooler for $3,110.50.
Second.
Commissioner Schumake.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yep.
Coroner's office approved an increase combined payable hours for administrative deputy coroner for 24 hours per week to 40 hours per week.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve to increase the combined payable hours for administrative deputy coroners from 24 hours per week to 40 hours per week.
Second.
Commissioner Schumate?
Yes.
Mr. Watson?
No.
Commissioner Sims?
Yep.
Commissioner Baker?
Yes.
Engineering approves setting a public hearing to October the 22nd, and that may change if I,
Let's go ahead and set it, and if we need to, we'll address that. If we need to continue it based on the publication requirement, I need to confirm the length of time that it needs to be published.
tentatively set for October the 22nd, 2025 on proposed changes to the Marshall County subdivision regulations. Mike, would you add also, we're putting that on the draft copy on our website?
That's great.
And
Will
that
that
will
take a
be
couple
on
of days, Crystal?
all publications countywide.
Take us probably a day or two to get that on there. We'll be on there for the citizens to take a review and look at.
And this will need to be in all papers countywide, not just one or two.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, I need a motion.
Make a motion to approve to set a public hearing for October 22nd, 2025 on proposed changes to the Marshall County subdivision regulations.
Second,
Commissioner Schumate,
yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved to increase full-time active employees' life insurance from 10,000 to 20,000 for Lincoln Financial based on current rules.
I make a motion to approve to increase full-time active employees' life insurance from 10,000 to 20,000 for the Lincoln Financial.
Second.
Commissioner Schumate.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approve a vehicle use policy for county elected officials excluding the sheriff's. Clint, would you read that policy, please?
Yes, sir, and I've got, there's supposed to be some paper copies being delivered to me. I know I need her to print those for me, please. This policy is adopted by the Marshall County Commission on the 8th day, and if y'all don't vote on it today, we'll continue to put it whatever date you do vote. On the 8th day of October 2025, this is intended to ratify the unwritten policy which has been used as a guide for elected officials who have use of county vehicles. The policy of Marshall County shall be as follows. Number one, all county automotive equipment will be maintained under the control and assignment of the county commission or a designee. Number two, the equipment requires proper servicing, securing, and operations from the assigned operator. Number three, the following rules apply to all automotive equipment. Operators must possess a valid driver's license issued by the state of Alabama. That's A. B, operators must wear any required and/or suggested safety equipment while operating the equipment. Number three, operators must facilitate and/or perform any preventative maintenance required and/or suggested in the efficient operation of equipment. D, county equipment that is assigned to an operated by any approval of the county commission and/or the appropriate designee. Number four, the county vehicle shall be used by the elected officials for county purposes, which will typically be within the county. For elected officials who are subject to call out or whose employees are subject to call out, the elected official may use the vehicle for de minimis personal use when he is subject to being called out. The elected official shall record and pay to the county the rate of reimbursement for personal use as determined by the IRS mileage reimbursement rate. Number five, operators assigned equipment will not be allowed to use equipment for personal use other than to commuting to and from work other than de minimis use as provided in above. Operators must keep records of number of round-trip commutes and to and from operators' residence. And actually, that one needs to, paragraph 6 needs to be changed. I'll read it as I type it out here. Number 6 is dealing with the keeping up with the minimus personal use for the reimbursement to the county, and that is the policy. Then I've got the second page is that it states that the IRS rate is
what's published by the IRS each year, and then it goes into the $3 per day rate that is already showing up on the elected officials' payroll as a fringe benefit for being provided a county vehicle. That's the policy. I'm open to suggestions and/or questions. And because you're just now being handed that, I do think that we should adopt it on a future meeting so that y'all have time to study it. It's not that hard of a study, but
So do I have a motion to move this to the next commission meeting?
So moved.
Commissioner Schumate,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
District Attorney approved to apply for a 2026 Violence Against Women Act
slightly change.
grant, approximately amount $55,000 with 25% match from the DA. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion to approve and apply for FY 2026 Violence Against Women Act grant, approximately amount 55,000 with 25% match from the DA.
Second.
Commissioner Schumate.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Sims. Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Approved to sell, trade, or scrap of fixed assets. Who's got that?
That's the Tahoe, 2021 Tahoe, going from the corner to the sheriff.
Do I have a motion?
Make a motion.
Oh, whoa. What was that?
The moving of the car to.
Moving the coroner's vehicle from the coroner's office. to
All
the-
right, when we agreed to let him buy a vehicle, we agreed that that vehicle will be put on for sale and that money come back to the county, right? Huh? No, what I'm saying, when we, no, it was said right here that when you get your vehicle, that vehicle will be put back on for sale to reimburse the general fund.
Yeah,
I know you didn't make it. Okay. Okay,
we was trying to find the best use for the low mileage car, and it seemed like transferring it to the sheriff to use, rather than buy a car for
But-
SROs, was transferred over there since it was already lit up.
but right, I understand that, but we voted on that right here.
Okay,
Is all I'm saying. Now, we can do what the heck you want to, but but we decided right here
So if
that
we
it would
don't-
be,
If we don't sell it to the sheriff's department and they need a vehicle, we gonna end up buying them a vehicle, so either way, you're gonna be saving money.
we can certainly back up
do
and
whatever you want.
put it and sell it.
So we can sell it, put the money back in the general fund, take the money right back out of the general fund, buy the sheriff's vehicle.
No, give it to the sheriff. But we need to go back and amend those minutes.
You wouldn't amend the minutes because that captures what was discussed in that meeting. And if you vote to do something different than was previously voted on, you would just, it would
Okay.
be
right.
overridden by the
All right,
later vote.
okay.
I'll make a motion to transfer it.
Second.
Commissioner Schumate,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yeah.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker. Any other comments, statements, words of wisdom? If not, I need a motion to
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Schumate,
Yes.
Mr. Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Sims, Commissioner Baker.
Yes.
Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.